Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So yeah, I know it's been a while, at least like 2 weeks or so that I haven't done these Magecraft videos. That's just cause yeah, I had some things to do during the weekend. And yeah, honestly, it's not like I'm burnt out or anything. It's just yeah, just mostly chill and just yeah, get some time away from YouTube or just making these videos, and all the editing and stuff. So that's why you would probably see like yeah, some videos I might not, or some anime that I don't even upload at all for like a week or so, and some I do, some I don't. So, but yeah, just get that time to chill out, and just have that time to myself, really. But yeah, here I am back with reality marbles. So yeah, there's only two that I know: Iskandar's and Shido's, or at least, well, both of theirs Unlimited Blade Works. So yeah, those are the only two. So yeah, if there are some more people, which yeah, there should be, that can use these, yeah, I definitely want to see them and just really learn more about these reality marbles. But yeah, besides all that though, yeah, I'm gonna just start it up here. So I hope you guys will enjoy. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's just get this thing started.
I just took what they gave me, did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, the same price.
In our previous lesson, I spoke of bounded fields, a
Bounded
process where mages
fields,
isolate
yep.
a region of the land to establish separate conditions from what's outside and inside a boundary. This can include masking a location from the outside world, allowing mages to conduct their craft in privacy, but it can also be used to trap or harm invaders. While bounded fields can go as far as drastically
Yep,
warping the
put
reality
the
around
mage
them, creating
world
other worlds
aside
in
from the
isolated
real
space.
world.
They are technically a step down from a more impressive feat, the reality marble. Thus, today's lesson shall be on reality marbles, covering what they are as well as looking into various practical examples. In simple terms, a reality marble is the pinnacle of all bounded fields. It isolates a region of the world and swaps it with one's inner world, a projection of their very soul. It follows the world egg theory, which involves switching the self and the world by enclosing the world in a small container and expanding the self to a massive scale. In practice, it appears as though users are able to abduct targets in a certain radius and seal them off from reality into their own materialized world. From the outside, it's as if the user and targets completely vanish. As such, it is a relative phenomenon. Those encased by the marble find the world around them swapped with the internal landscape of the caster. The part that is often difficult to grasp is what an internal landscape actually is. Personally, I find it easiest to compare to a conceptual weapon. Conceptual weapons take an idea, such as Avalon's protection of the fairies, and manifest in a tangible
Oh,
form,
protection of
such
the
as
fairies. I
regenerative
didn't know about
healing.
that.
Various mages and servants can develop such conceptual ideas as internal worlds engraved on their very souls. For some, it can be a dream or aspiration, and for others, an embodiment of legend. Either way, once activated, a reality marble places individuals in a world that follows its own predetermined rules. This includes changing the landscape, climate, physics, passage of time, and overall abilities of those trapped inside. Typically, as a reality marble is the manifestation of one's inner world, it makes sense that the one activating the marble benefits most from its rules. That said, reality marbles are not so transient that their rules are in constant flux. A caster cannot alter the rules at will, as one would in utilizing Marble Phantasm. For a reality marble, the caster is embracing themselves for all it's worth, both good and bad. Reality marbles are exceptionally powerful. While a mage can often sense one has been deployed, it requires tremendous strength to interrupt the process. The degree I'm
Yep,
referring
see
to would be
what.
tantamount to a
So
noble phantasm, such as Excalibur.
yeah, you
Gilgamesh's
can't do
heir is also
anything once they're in
conceptually
there.
endowed with the ability to tear apart the fabric of worlds, making it ideal in disrupting reality marbles.
Yeah, that's probably the
Still,
only
these
thing that can
examples
just
are
take
few
care
and
of it
far between.
easily.
Naturally, the world itself opposes the artificial nature of reality marbles. When not invoked by spiritual beings, the world aims to restore itself to prominence, forcing casters to pour vast amounts of mana to maintain their reality marbles in a stable fashion. As a consequence, most users can only maintain them for a handful of minutes. Not even the most powerful dead apostles could maintain one beyond the passing of a night. Thankfully, the benefits of a reality marble are so great that a few minutes are often more than enough time to take advantage of their power. Thus, reality marbles are considered to be the closest magecraft to true magic, without actually being considered miracles. Now, one might think this to be highly attractive to mages of the association, but, ironically, reality marbles are considered so dangerous that they've been labeled taboo. This is most likely due to reality marbles being most prominently used by dead apostle ancestors. As such, there are no formal studies of the craft within the Mages Association. Those who obtain reality marbles do so of their own life experiences and independent research. While rare, the one saving grace is that should a mage finally obtain a reality marble, it is possible to pass the technique down to descendants.
Yeah, how do you just
Even so,
get
a reality
one?
marble is often very
Or
personal.
is it just
and its form
automatically
will be
in
different
your
depending on the user.
your magic, I guess?
By far, the most emblematic reality marble we have
I know
to
Shido,
reference
he
is
just did
Unlimited
it,
Blade
yeah,
Works,
like it was
the noble
nothing.
phantasm
So
utilized by Shiro and heroic spirit Emiya. Its
yeah,
existence
they
is
just
entirely dependent on
yeah
Shiro's
make it because it
origin
was
and
already in
affinity
him,
with
or
sword. It's
did
the
he have
source
to
of his
obtain
ability
it
to
somehow?
project and reinforce, or rather trace, objects into existence. Emiya
Yeah,
lived his life as
projection.
a sword to protect others, and so his inner world is essentially a grand factory for creating countless blades. While not necessary for all reality marbles, Emiya invokes the blade works by reciting a 10-count aria, a personalized poem of his
Oh
inner
yeah, the
struggles.
recital, yeah.
Naturally, the words in this poem differ between Shiro and his counter-guardian self, in turn changing the marble's
So yeah, you're
appearance.
just
In
able
either
to get it
case,
just from
each
that
line of the
recital,
poem serves a
saying those
different
couple of
purpose,
words, and
allowing
then
Emiya to channel the blade works without summoning it
yeah, then you
outright.
have your
This
marble.
is how he is able to conjure blades like Kansho and Bakuya, or summon a barrage of blades to counter
Kansho
Gilgamesh's
and
Gate
we
of
say
Babylon, without
Bakuya?
the reality marble itself fully materializing. The blade works have also been seen infesting Shiro's body as a weave of blades as a result of the reality marble being too powerful for him to control. His muscles turn to blades, which stitch his wounds with swords.
His
Without a
muscles
personal
turn into
conviction and
blades.
possession over the blade works, these swords can potentially sprout from within his own body, killing him in an instant, or in time rendering his entire body
Oh, so that
emotionless
dream or
mass of
whatever he had
swords.
was for real then.
Within the marble, Shiro has access
I mean,
to
not
the
actually
knowledge
real,
Emiya
but
gained of
that's
the world's
actually
most
what
famous
happens to him.
weapons, as well as how to use them, and the materials needed to reproduce imitations of them. Because of their obvious connection, Shiro is able to instinctively grow and adapt Emiya's techniques and mannerisms for himself while fighting within the reality marble. Even so, to manifest his own version of the blade works, Shiro relies on Rin's help supplying him mana.
Yeah, because he didn't have
While
enough.
the unlimited blade works are a very specialized application of a reality marble, they serve to establish that individual properties from within the marble can be summoned outside of it, such as the case for Iskandar's Ionian Hetairoi, Army of the King. His internalized world is based on the shared ambitions of his entire army,
Yep,
effectively
his
sealing
army that
enemies in a vast
followed
plane
him
where they must face
even
thousands
through
of
death.
masterless servants. While deadly when fully invoked, Iskandar needn't deploy the entire reality marble, and may instead opt to take from it individual soldiers for a time. The Ionian Hetairoi was used to slay Hassan of the Hundred Faces, and to trap Gilles de Ray's Lovecraftian monster. As expected, this takes a toll on Iskandar, such that his master Waver must sleep for days at a time to replenish his stamina. In addition to the blade works and the Ionian Hetairoi, let us take the time to explore other reality marbles mages have encountered, such
Oh,
as the
okay.
Iravata king-size colossal figure, emerge from the Sea
This
of
is what I
Life,
wanted to
a
see.
noble
She got some
phantasm
grass?
harnessed by
No,
the
that's some
servant King
dirt
Protea
too.
on
Like,
Earth.
what?
She is a giant, and so the
Okay.
counterforce typically pressures her into a smaller size. Her reality marble overcomes this, allowing her to manifest in full form whilst inside. The servant Scheherazade wields the Al-Flaya Walaya, 1001 Nights, a reality marble that manifests all sorts of characters and elements that appear in her narrations.
Oh, in her
King Solomon's
narration,
grand
so
Temple of
she's the
Time
one
is,
making
in
that
itself,
story,
a reality
okay.
marble called Ars Paulina. It separates his workshop within the space
Or at
of
least
imaginary numbers,
can at least change
allowing for the
things
72
as it
demon
goes
god
on, I
pillars
guess.
to revive so long as the temple remains intact. Queen Maeve is as skilled as she is wicked. Her noble phantasm, Chariot My Love, My Dear Iron Chariot, is a reality marble where the inside is her love nest. None can escape until Maeve has properly had her way with them.
Yeah,
BB's
okay.
cursed Cupid
Hold on, I
Lines
might
are
need to
also
go to
announced as
that
a reality
marble, bro.
While she injects her
Yeah.
enemies with a massive syringe, she does
No,
so within the
let me get
confines
inside
of her
that marble,
egotistical
bro.
BB channel. When a Visebron completes his
Oh, the
golem
channel,
Peter
yeah.
Malkuth, a giant primordial atom, the golem's every step swamps the world with Avisebron's vision of the Garden of Eden. La Pucelle, the Crimson Saint, is a noble phantasm belonging to Jeanne d'Arc. By invoking her sword, Saint Catherine, Jeanne transforms the world around her into an interpretation of her burning at the stake.
Oh,
unleashed as a
wait, so now I
devastating
get to see
flame
that
attack.
soon.
A rare
Because I'm
twist
looking
on
at
a reality marble
Apocrypha,
can be seen
so...
with the servant Nursery Rhyme,
Hey,
for
man.
she is in fact a reality marble, embodying nursery rhymes collectively into a servant.
So
Alice, the
rhymes.
master, forms desires from reading nursery rhymes, giving birth to a servant that
Yeah, I
can
wonder
impose
where
upon
most
the
of these
world
other
places
people are
and
from,
creatures
because I
from
only
Alice
know,
in
like,
Wonderland and
one
through
of
the
them.
Looking Glass.
Just
Grand
John.
Surg Blackmore, the 16th of the dead apostle ancestors, can implement a reality marble called Nevermore, which swallows the light of the moon and stars, shrouding it in darkness as a
I was
world
about to
of
say, yeah,
dead.
just straight
He used it to
darkness.
claim his seat as the 16th, massacring a clan of over 100 vampires. The mage turned dead apostle ancestor, Michael Roa Valdemyong, is able to enhance his numerology magecraft through the use of a reality marble called Overload, which effectively doubles the output of his spells. Then there's the phenomena known as Tatari, a curse that grants physical shape to fears and rumors within
I'm
a
good on
community.
that.
Rather than replacing a part of the world with an entirely different one, Tatari replaces the world around it with a similar one fueled by society's collective paranoia. Its power grows the more people's fear is intensified, and can be deployed for an
Yeah.
entire night by the dead ancestor Knight of Wallachia. 10th of the ancestors is the horror known as Nero Chaos, infamous for having a stockpile of malicious beasts constantly bursting from his own body. This is thanks to his reality marble, Lair of the Beast King. Rather than imposing the marble out onto the world, he deploys it within himself, channeling a world filled with the creatures he absorbs. The servant Oda Nobunaga's noble phantasm Papias, Demon King of the Sixth Heaven, is a reality marble that shrouds the world in a scorching hell, where she can unleash the
So,
might of her vicious
yeah, the reality
reputation.
marble doesn't
The
actually have to
Mooncel's
send
Serial
you to a
Phantasm,
different
or
location.
Seraph,
It
is
can
actually a
come
network
from
of
you.
reality marbles, imposing onto virtual space various
So,
locations, such as the dungeons for the
yeah, good to
Mooncell
know
and the
that.
Grail War. The vampiric Satsuki Yumizuka
Like, yeah, you don't gotta
deploys
literally
reality
put them in a
marble
whole
called
different
Depletion Garden,
world. You
trapping
can literally
victims in
just
an inner
take that
where the
world
mana
and bring
surrounding
it
them
out from
dissipates
yourself.
drastically. Lastly, we have Charles Babbage's Dimension
And
of
do
Steel,
whatever you
Gorgeous
want in the
World of
real
Ashes,
world.
a noble phantasm that imposes a world in which Babbage's brilliant steam engine is finally completed. It is a steam-driven
Steam
utopia
engine?
of sorts, wherein Babbage can create autonomous machines based on his own armor.
Okay,
In
well,
summation, reality marbles are a supreme form of
yeah,
bounded
there he
field
goes.
that separates part of the world and swaps it with the internal landscape of its user. In practice, it often appears as though casters are abducting victims and whisking them away to a world to their disadvantage. Because they violate the
Oh,
world
yeah,
and
prime
habit,
example,
deploying reality
Archer,
marbles
yeah.
is extremely costly, but also devastatingly powerful. Oftentimes, the marble itself need not be deployed entirely, as mages and servants can draw individual aspects from them, such as weapons, soldiers, or other mysteries. The odds of a mage having a strong enough inner vision and knowing how to deploy it are exceptionally low, leaving them mostly in the domain of dead apostles, heroic spirits, or mages with highly personal circumstances and aspirations. Much more common and tangible is the process of creating homunculi. Thus, next time, I plan to speak of homunculi, covering the
Oh,
history
well,
behind
yeah,
them,
okay.
the process of making them,
Yeah, that
and the mixed
was-
results of doing so.
what was that? Ia's guards, right? Yeah, the ones Gilgamesh just completely destroyed. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, like I said, yeah, pretty much satisfied. Got to see a lot more people who could use those marbles because I only knew 2. But yeah, definitely good way of explaining that. So hopefully I do get to see that because I feel like she's, yeah, this looks like from the anime, or at least some anime, and if not that, then okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to see that soon. Yeah, I might go to that marble, just test that out, see what goes on in there, like what does he mean by loveness, like just gonna have to test it out. But yeah, besides all that, yeah, you got her being a giant, yeah, with that patch of grass on her shoulder. So yeah, in this case, yeah, Iskandar, he had enough mana to do it compared to Shido, who was really, I guess you could say, just a human who couldn't, or at least didn't have, because yeah, Iskandar, he's a servant, so the mana is already supplied to him, for keeping his physical form and all that, and just being able to do things like this in general, compared to Shido, who really just has the mana that he has, like he would actually have to have someone else supply him with that mana as if he was like a servant. But yeah, I do remember this. They showed it for like, what was it, 15 seconds or so. He had a dream. And yeah, I didn't know that's something that would have happened because yeah, it's just too powerful, you know, like blades actually coming out of him, you know, eventually killing him. And that there, yeah, him getting, cuz yeah, he was literally getting stitched up from that wound. So yeah, I didn't know his muscles became what blades, he said. Yeah, it's something else. But no, here's the better question. I know it's the recital, right? But how do you know what to say? Now that's the question. How do you know what to say in that recital? Because Shudo, he could have said the same thing as Archer, but he said something, or he said something similar, but it was still kind of different. Like I think he said, Archer is the bone of my sword, so Shido was, I think, steel is my body, and then he had the um other stuff he said. So yeah, how would he know what to say then? You know. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it. But yeah, definitely a good explanation of the fields. And let me just see real quick. So yeah, you got her. Yeah, her own narration. Like, yeah, she the one telling the story, not you. Yeah, what is it? Her news channel. Okay. Yeah, the rhymes. So yeah, if that is all of them, I mean, yeah, there's some, but not too many. But then that'd be better because if everybody knew how to do a reality marble, then yeah, I mean, there kind of be no point. I guess you could say it'd just be like who can withstand each, like one of each other's marbles the most, really. Because it's like if someone uses the marble but fails to like defeat them, now it's like that's all your mana gone. Then it's like if the other person could withstand that since they didn't get defeated, now they can use their own marble. So yeah, you wouldn't want that happening. So basically, it would be special to just those people who can really turn the situation around. Like Shido, I feel like he probably still could have beat Gilgamesh without the marble. It's just the problem is he wouldn't be able to have as many swords. You know, he would have to actively keep on making them, projecting them, compared to a world to where there's already infinite amount. That's the only thing I would say. Cause yeah, the swords are already there, but compared to having to actually make them, yeah, you gotta actively make them and do all this and that. But yeah, besides all that though, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, what was it? Homunculi next that we'll be looking at. So yeah, definitely gonna be looking forward to that. But yo, if you guys did enjoy this, make sure to like, subscribe again, and y'all just see you guys in the next one.